Oh, boys and girls, I completely forgot we sold Caprile for nearly £80 million yesterday. That's a job for a week or so. This is the final stream highlights for about a week. I am going to be away on holiday next week. Worry not, there is going to be content on the channel next week. I'm working Chris like a dog while I'm away. But in the meantime, we'd like to finish the season tonight and get ourselves back in the Champions League. So this is the situation, boys and girls. We have had something of a recovery of form. Don't get too excited. That happened earlier in the season as well. And then we came back for the stream the next day and it all fell apart again. But last night's stream was a roaring success. And then we had deadline day shenanigans because all of a sudden we got a £79 million offer for Caprile from Bayern Munich. So obviously we've agreed to sell him. He leaves at the end of the season. We don't have another goalkeeper coming in yet. But because of the way Football Manager works, you know the drill, we had to spend the money. So we spent 70 million on 3 18-year-olds on deadline day. We've got Edward Jones. Is that not the name of cut price jewellery emporium in the UK? Is that what it's called? I think it's called Edward Jones. He's a jeweller. Peter Vernon and also Sergei Salamanca. That's right. We signed 18-year-olds from Manchester City, Manchester United, and the real Madrid team. Not the fake one, the real one. So I think that's pretty smashing. We're going to ignore the fact that we sold Ricky J. Jones. We sold Sir Micah Beerith. There was some sadness in yesterday's stream as well, but we now have a new look, rejuvenated, fresh team. And now we just need to crack on and get ourselves into stay in the top four and hopefully win the Europa League as well. We are in the round of 16, which hasn't been drawn yet. We have got a lot of football matches to get through tonight if we are going to get through and qualify for the Champions League again and finish the season tonight. So we're racing through them. This is the team. Otherwise, it's something like 11 days until the next stream, I think. My next stream will be when's the World Cup final? It's not as many as 11 days. I'll be streaming in the evening after the World Cup final. Eddie Jones is the England Rugby Union manager. I mean, you may as well tell me who manages the Riley Snooker Club in Bradford. Why do I care about who some non-important manager of a non-important sport is? Goodness me. Talk to me about real sports. I.e. football and wrestling. They're the only two sports. We're losing. This wasn't part of the script for tonight. The plan for this evening was just to win every game without really concentrating and enjoy the party music that is playing while we're winning. If I actually have to stop and think and try and win matches, this is a disaster. Kenny Cage, thank you very much for the 32 months. Oh, we've just scored. Oh, is it the night of Crammond? Oh, it's the second night of Crammond. Disastrous. We want knocking out of this. Oh, as much as I enjoy a continuation of the night of Crammond. It was basically Arsenal's under-18s taking penalties after coming on as subs. Nice. Why was anyone paying attention? Are you all that desperate at some football because there's no World Cup on that you were watching mid-season friendlies played by youth teams? Get a life, boys and girls. Oh, look at that for a pass. Goodness me. What a goal. Ho, 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 ho. That is a football goal, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, if they disallow that, I'm turning the computer off. There we go. We're good. Look at this pass from Tarek. Is it Tarek or is it Skip? It is Tarek. What a pass. What a manoeuvre. Dirtbag. Oh, she doesn't know what she's missing. Come on. Real. Dirtbag. Oh, she doesn't know what she's missing. What does last day of term mean exactly? It means I'm not streaming for 10 days. So we're having a party. That's all it means. Oh, it's a football! Expecting some tropical place, not Mansfield. Mansfield is like the centre of P-Wet. can't wait for my pee wet. It's mainly why we go. The opportunity to go to Mansfield Town Centre and get pee wet on my chips is marvellous. I am here. Are you the person who asked? Yeah, so basically, I give Chris a set amount. So he has a set amount for the quantity of work that he does. But then if the channel performs particularly well, if it goes over a certain threshold, he's on a profit share as well. So basically, if the channel earns enough to cover what I pay him anyway, he then gets more money. And we do a revenue split from there. There you go. That's how it works. I once bought a coconut from the co-op on the way to school, not when I was a teacher, when I was a student, and just carried it around all day and put it on my desk. And whenever any teachers asked, I said it was my pet coconut. And I just looked at them. None of them dealt with it. I was just allowed all day to wander around with a coconut and just have it on my desk. I think they were terrified of me. I was about 15 at the time. Why? See what happened. I often do things just to see what will happen. It's me. I don't think I ever spoke to a PE teacher in 5 years of teaching. English teachers, they were too busy shagging each other. Don't go near the English department if you don't want to accidentally step into a pool of fluids. Ugh. English teachers are dirty. I remember when I was at school, one of our teachers, I won't specify the subject, one of our teachers left mysteriously partway through when I was in like year 12, maybe year 13. He just left partway through the year. And then about 10 years later on Facebook, I noticed that one of the girls that I went to school with, who was in my year at school, is married to him. I was like, I wonder why he left mysteriously partway through the year. And then he's been married to one of my classmates for, about 10 years. Interesting. Why? What is wrong with the squad? Several players feel I'm responsible for failing to meet the club's competition objectives. We're third in the Premier League. The hell's going on here? Because we got knocked out of the FA Cup. Are you serious? They've got a grumpy on because we've got knocked out of the FA Cup. Who cares? We have a thumbnail guy. They won't all be changing immediately. The first task I've given him is, can you make me 100 thumbnails, please, to replace everything we've done on FM23 so far? So he's working on the back catalogue first. By the time I'm back off holiday, he should be doing all the thumbnails on the main channel should have changed, all the FM23 ones. And everything new from then on should be the new style. And then after Christmas, LOLLUJO 2 will get the same facelift. Not Clates, no. I did ask Clates before I put the advert out, and he gave me some waffly answer about working full-time as a teacher, and apparently that makes it hard for him to work for me all the time. Surely the thumbnails with me on are already sexy enough. You would think, wouldn't you? But unbelievably, some people still don't click them. Some of our videos only have like a 4% click-through rate, which is not okay. We need to get that up to like 8 or 9%. Jack is a thumbnail master and it's annoying. It's the one thing he's good at. I have used Jack as a case study for how Non-League to Legend thumbnails should be. I figured that was only fair. He based his entire series on Non-League to Legend. I can steal his thumbnails. Kick him! Kick him in the eye! At least we're giving Harry Kane the opportunity to still win the league. That's the important thing. Oh, I'm just loving the fact that the next time I stream after this, we'll be world champions. I expect you all to turn up and take your medicine. If you're planning on turning up and laughing at me if England lose, you better have the balls to turn up when England win. There is no scenario where England don't win the World Cup. It is written in stone, guaranteed. Everyone else may as well give up and go home. Frankly, all the other teams are pathetic. I'm so confident I might watch Saturday's game on the big telly. I just hope England wear red again in the final, so when Harry Kane does finally win something, he's wearing red, not white. I think it'll be fitting. Name me a team that Harry Kane wouldn't start for. Who's still in it? Oh, Chris is off for his Thursday night antics, I see. Isn't Ramsdale better than Pickford? He is. Apart from international level, where Ramsdale's pretty much untested and Pickford plays like David Seaman for England, inexplicably. When you think Giroud is better than Kane, you are mental. Actually, genuinely, a bit nuts. It might be great-great-grandmother. I need to check the Ancestry app again. Work out how many generations back she was. Well, I don't know, I can get the address of that brothel that she died in. Oh, is it the night of Crammond all over again? Of course it is. Look at him go. Crammond is coming good, boys and girls. Ba, 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 da. Son of Jay Jones and Ronnie Edwards. He might be. There's your posture check. Ronnie Edwards is still here. Ronnie Edwards is playing today. And England win the World Cup. The stream almost likely to be winning if we are the champions. No, I'll find some I Told You So song. There must be a song called I Told You So. It'll be an hour of me just laughing to start the stream. And then we'll get on to some Football Manager. But the first hour will just be me full screen, just laughing at everyone who doubted me. I won't even say a word. I'll just be here for an hour just laughing. Don't you want me? Oh. Oh, there's Ernest Jones. Look at him go. Sheer magic from Peterborough. Nonce are being battered by a bunch of kids. I don't know that this is a party classic. I'm sorry. Ugh. We do actually have to win this match. We might have to bring some of the bigger boys on in a minute. We're up 4 on aggregate, but we're still not winning the actual match. So we need to win the match for just general morale stuff. I mean, we did put the youth team out, so it's not a disaster. But when we did that earlier in the season, it ruined form for ages. We've set the record for Europa League goals, and it's not even the quarter-final yet. Oh, in your face, Tottenham. It's not even the quarter-final. I mean, to be fair, we did win one game 7-0. We won another one 10-0, I think. I'm sure we won. Yeah, we beat... No, these are all friendlies. We did win a Europa League game 10-0, didn't we? I'm sure we did. Yeah, there you go. We beat Shakhtar 10-0. Whack the old league table on. Oh. Oh. Fiddlesticks. France won the last World Cup and we had to leave Europe as a result. Now we're going to win the World Cup and all we're going to do is insist that Europeans stop breaking open multi-pack cans in shops. That's all we're asking. I think that's reasonable. Look at Gravenberch go against the club who wasted him. Then he gave the ball away. Rubbish. Oh, my word. What's happened here? I mean, Adam didn't fall, but he might as well have done. He just stopped. Adam Stopped is his new name. What's happened here? Don't worry. Defenders have been fixed in the update, everybody. Right, Fowler's got this completely covered, and he just stopped. Unacceptable. I no longer care if he's okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, little Joe. Little Joe, always there for his old dad. Oh, Ryan, you had the opportunity there. Why is everything stopped? We've got a penalty. I mean, have you not heard of playing advantage, ref? I'll take the penalty, but if you don't give a penalty now, I am suing the FA. Okay. Bum, ba-da-ba, bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You'll be scoffing down pork pies like there's no tomorrow. Oh, it's the night of Crammond. It might be the week of Crammond at this rate. Blob Snail, thank you for 14 months. What a finish. I tell you what, Crammond is coming good. He just needed... Micah Beeriff has gone and Crammond has just stepped up into that spot. What a finish. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, it's Ricky J. Jones up front for Southampton. That was heartbreaking. Oh, I just did a little cry. Ah, that was a terrible pass. Jones is going to score the winner here. Or the equaliser. Oh, Langlois getting himself sent off. Taking a tactical red card for the team there. I don't mind that. That was surprisingly professional for us. Normally we'd give away the penalty. No one will ever know. How long does a face transplant take to bed in? Oh, Ricky. He loves us still. Ricky J. Jones still loves me. And I love him too. Someone who doesn't care about attributes. You have an awful lot of players with very good attributes. Yeah, do you know why? Because I just trust my scouts. And then we sign them really young and then they become really good because my scouts were right. This is where the attribute numbskulls go wrong. Because they look for players who've already got good attributes. Whereas I sign players with great star rating potential and they develop really good attributes. So we get them cheap. Oh, look at that. Endrick is the all-time record league goal scorer for Peterborough United. Now scored more goals than my dad's favourite ever Posh player. Lovely old stuff. Baby, please give a little respect to me. Ooh. Why have we let that happen? As established yesterday, Norway's third best player has just scored against me, and I'm very sad about it. Right, can we do a goal, please? We are completely camped out in their half here. Walters was our deepest player when he picked up the ball. Put it in my neighbour's bin, but they'll know who did it. They'll watch me. All of the binfluencers didn't remind me. I know it's because it's dark in the evenings now and dark in the mornings. So by the time the sun went down at 4 o'clock, none of the influencers had their bins out. It's Shortstay to do it. I mean, you know Shortstay doesn't live with us, right? He lives in Nottingham. That's quite far away. Imagine if I had a friend. I don't need friends. I'm too old for friends. Get Chris to put my bins out next week if he's not busy. I mean, Chris lives in the deepest, darkest nowhere land. Chris basically lives in the sea, I think. Is it March? You know what that means. On this international break, hold on, we need to be away from home because our once-a-year tradition, we are going to play March in March in March. Come on. Holy smokes, Messi's finally done it. He's finally got us a 5-star potential young player. Finally. 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 He went all the way to Southend to get him as well. In fact, no mention of Messi here. This is all Dietmar Hamann. This is one of Dietmar's boys. Oh, 11-1. Did anyone say 11-1? We've got a Bellingham hat-trick and a Silas hat-trick. Hallop's very tired. Well, let's send him on holiday then. He's tired himself out in March, in March, in March. Oh, look at that. Crammond's already made his England debut at 21 and scored. So he's not only taken Micah Beeriff's spot at Posh, I suspect he's taken Micah Beeriff's spot in the England squad as well. Yeah, no Micah Beeriff, but David Crammond at 21 has now scored on his England debut. Oh, well, that's our season done then. I mean, this is make or break for Crammond now, I guess. By the time Endrick's fit again, he might be our backup. Crammond's got a month now to show us why he's the future of English football. My prison wall, you can leave me standing so tall. Someone asked me to build an Arsenal team where everyone was left-footed. We seem to be working on it. Isn't LOLLUJO left-footed as well? And Silas, potentially. Yeah, Silas is left-footed. LOLLUJO is left-footed. We only score with our left feet. That's all we do. We have become Arsenal. And then I could have learned you're indestructible. Always believe it. Oh, this is where he holds it. My apologies. See, with SingStar, it gives me a clue when it's time to hold it. I can't. At least I know I should. Anal. It's anal time, everybody. We've got Anal and Ben Brereton in the same team. We are literally away from home against a championship team. How are we struggling throwing cash around? It was never the YouTubers. It was always it was when it became possible to make money on Instagram. That's when it became about aesthetic. YouTube was all about making kids giggle. Making the whole house cream and putting stencils on your wall. That was very much Instagram. Imagine if I Googled Instagram house. It would be exactly the house I'm describing. Instagram house. Oh, what a shock. They're all beige and cream. Yeah, when that became a thing, that was very much Instagram that made that happen to the world. And that. And that. And that. And that. That. When did this become how houses look? This is Instagram's fault. Why are they all the same colour? What's happening? Why is it all the same colour? Ah! Yeah, I have a dog. There's no way I could have a sofa that colour. And there's no way Dave could survive in a house like that. It would just be brown and hairy within 20 minutes. IKEA's not that bad. Don't you have to walk around it in a certain order and you can't get out when you want to? That's what I've heard about IKEA. I'm not doing that. If I'm going in a shop, then I'm going in, grabbing the one thing I'm there for and leaving. And having a look at the wrestlers on the way out. I'm not walking around the entire shop. Right. This all seems delicious. Let's go and beat Tottenham whilst I suck on some apple-flavoured delight. Oh, that was lovely. Ah! Give me the league table. There we go. How many mints do I have left? Should we pause the match and count them? At half a pack. One of the Young Bucks has just scored against us. I don't know the words. I don't know any words to any songs. I need the words in front of me. Wanna have a good time? Just give me a call. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. I don't want to stop at all. Oh, you know what I could do that I haven't done on stream yet? I've got my new prescription goggles. Oh, I feel like my eyes have been sucked out of my face. Danny Aaron's 2.0. I taught that boy everything he knows. Proper coaching is what got him where he is. Don't want an actual holiday. I can't do holidays. I get bored. If I'm not doing something, that's why I've bought a new game to take with me. I'll be taking 2 Switches, a Steam Deck and a PS5 and my laptop and iPad and Kindle. Just to try and stop myself getting bored. And I'll still get bored. Right, come on, we need a win here. We want to win the Europa League again. It might be our only route into the Champions League now we've been Spursed. Anna doesn't like fancy food. The night of Crammond continues. Win the Europa League again. We really do need this new stadium. That'd really help us fund paying back all this money we owe. Oh, Adam fell, and when he got back up, we were 2-0 up. Come on, then. Come on, Silas. Oh, you little rascal. What a goal. Hello, Ada. It is cold, but look at this goal. You'll warm up when you see this goal. My word, what a finish. I think Brighton were playing him on the wing. That's why they weren't getting goals out of him. He was playing off the bench on the left. Langlois, get the ball away from there. He's just showing Caprile his tricks. Bring me along to Bayern Munich with you. Who just fell over? Langlois is on one tonight. What's my definition of an Instagram house? One of those hideous houses where everything is beige. Maybe it's time to go attacking. We were 3-0 up after 25 minutes. Why is it all going wrong? We need Silas to do something spectacular again. That was not spectacular. This is the problem with him being an unpredictable forward rather than a showy forward. Unpredictable means sometimes bad. We need him to be showy. Go on, do something unpredictable now. What a pass! Come on! Oh, these are our boys. Forget Endrick. We don't need him anymore. It's the Silas and Crammond show. Look, Silas is playing right back. All strikers should come back and cover at full back. It's what strikers are best at. I'd never complain about a striker coming back and helping out at full back. Ever. Langlois is coming off. I don't know what is up with him. He is having one of the worst games in history. Lose here, aren't we? Oh, Patrick. What is it with my left backs today? Oh, my word. Come on, Patrick. Again with the left backs. Oh, Adam fell, but he got away with it that time, I think. Oh, look at him. They're so good and then so bad. And again, it's with the left backs. Ventosa's having to play 5 positions and now we're going to lose. All because of left backs. And that's it, boys and girls. We're out of Europe. Can we demand more yet? Why can't we demand more? Why can't we demand more? I need more. Well, I place all the blame on Langlois and Patrick there. They were both shocking. That's not been a nice little run of form, but it does set us up nicely for the next stream back, which will be, remember, it's after the World Cup final. We're going to do an hour of me laughing at everyone who doubted at me, and then we're going to finish the season with Posh, win the Premier League probably. I think that's still on. Yeah, we're probably going to win the Premier League. Harry Kane might. Oh, you probably won't. And all will be fun. There'll be highlights of this out tomorrow. But then remember, no streams at all next week. I encourage you to all go and listen to The Audience. Maybe listen to their album, The Audience. I don't know if that was their album. I'm not that much of a The Audience expert. Did they even do an album? They did one album. It was called The Audience. There you go.